Okay, tonight was the final night of the Republican National Convention. Mitt Romney gave his big speech. Walking in, before we get into the substance, walking in, two of the most awkward things I've ever seen. Mitt Romney shaking hands with regular people, and Mitt Romney hugging regular people. Did you notice when a woman tried to kind of touch his hand and he actually grabbed her hand and pushed it down? Very weird stuff. How ironic that Mitt Romney continues the theme of "we believe in America" since he outsourced jobs to China, outsourced the production of those patriotic Olympic lapel pins, the flag pins for the Olympics, to China, and then put the profits he made from the Bain Capital China outsourcing into his bank accounts in Switzerland and the Cayman Islands. I mean, it's really absurd. One of the weirder lines from the speech was, "Americans have always felt a kinship with the future." What does that even mean? I have no idea. And then he started talking about people who have lost that 22.50 an hour job. How dare Mitt Romney talk about an hourly wage when he is the guy who through Bain Capital has caused so much job loss and destruction? Very weird angle to take. He said he wishes Obama succeeded because he wants America to succeed. He should talk to his Republican buddies who actually met and said, you know what, we're going to do everything we can to obstruct any economic related bill that the president tries to pass, specifically so that Americans think things are really, really bad because of Obama and vote him out. Unbelievable. The "we built it" thing, I'm so tired of "we built it." Mitt Romney showed up there wearing a suit he didn't make, driven in a car he didn't build, on roads he didn't build, to give a speech called "We Built It" in a building paid for with public funds, 62%. I mean, I don't know if it's priceless or pathetic. It's definitely interesting, though. He also went on to clarify during the speech that he thinks women should have a say. That's good to know, but if you have to clarify that on the day of your nomination to the Republican presidential ticket, you kind of have a problem on your hands. But really, he did talk about how he has great respect for women, how they should be just as involved as men in the great decisions facing our nation. Well, then why don't you support the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act? Why do you want to defund Planned Parenthood? Why do you constantly flip-flop on abortion? Then, of course, he went after Obama because Obama had no experience working at a business. What evidence do we have? What past president can we point to who came from an exclusively business-oriented upbringing, experience, as Mitt Romney has touted, that made a good president? We can't. We can't because there just isn't any, and that's what you won't hear. Mitt says that America builds success, doesn't apologize for it. Yeah, like the success he built for all those Chinese companies and European banks that he helped to build up with his money. He talks about he doesn't want people redistributing prosperity, particularly the president. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean like if Romney had to pay more than the 0.82% taxes he would pay under the Paul Ryan plan, that would be redistribution? Is that what he's talking about? And then he said Obama can't tell us you're better off today than when he took office. Incredible. More jobs, stock market higher than ever, corporate profits higher than ever, more people with health care than ever. The question for Mitt Romney is this: would you rather inherit the economy we have right now, or the economy that President Obama inherited when he took office? Tell the truth. We all know that answer, ladies and gentlemen, unless you're living in the clouds. Lastly, Mitt Romney saying more people than ever living in poverty. Yeah, and you and Paul Ryan's ideas would cut many of their benefits and social services, making it even less likely they would ever get out of poverty. More lies and inaccuracy about Medicare and Obamacare, so much so that we can't even get into it. And then talking about energy independence by 2020. Have you seen that plan? It is short-sighted, domestic drilling, which will hurt the environment, and it's just not renewable. It's just kicking the ball down the road. If you really want to be the energy president, do something that instead of more drilling and more domestic stuff, do something that's renewable and that makes it so that future presidents won't have to figure out where to get energy. That's just the reality, ladies and gentlemen. Mitt's promise at the end, he capped it off by saying he'll promise to help you and your family. Sadly, none of the ideas that he and Paul Ryan have and the plans that they have are actually going to do that. I would say, think of this. I saw Newt Gingrich there, kind of clapping, didn't really look that thrilled, recently said he doesn't particularly dislike Mitt Romney. Remember what Newt Gingrich said about Romney back in January. He said, somebody who will lie to you to become the president will lie to you when they are president. And it's as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. This was an unbelievably bizarre Republican National Convention. I hope you weren't bamboozled by it. I hope you know that you're just being deceived and lied to, because it has absolutely reached new lows. It's horrible.